Hello, my name is Maureen Jency Shelton, and I direct the education program for spiritual health at Emory Healthcare. And I wanted to spend a few moments reflecting on hope. And wanted to start off by reading a quote from Howard Thurman. There is a quiet courage that comes from an inward spring of confidence in the meaning and significance of life. Such courage is an underground river flowing far beneath the shifting events of one's experience, keeping alive 1,000 little springs of action. Reflecting on that quote, I hear us cultivating this call to cultivate our courage and our understanding of the meaning of life that can help us be in touch with these 1,000 springs of action that are right underneath these shifting factors of challenge and change. We can gain more access to them as we perhaps remember the why of why we're doing what we're doing in the midst of this challenge. Each one of us has a unique call. And during these times, it can be helpful to remind ourselves of our callings. It could be reminding ourselves of the pledges and vows we took. Why are we doing this work that we're doing, whatever it is, during this time of challenge? That can help us remember our confidence, our why. There's a quote by Viktor Frankl that I wanted to read briefly in regards to this. One who has a why to live for can bear with almost any how. I'm reminded of a story that a nurse told me recently, that in the midst of her work, she was recalling the masks that we wear in healthcare to keep us safe and others safe as well. And she was just thinking and recalling all the different people that helped bring that mask to her, to help her use that in that moment. And she thought about the people who sewed the masks, who made the elastic, who delivered the mask to her, the people who made the roads so that the delivery could be possible. She was just thinking about more and more circles of people who said yes to their particular call to participate, and that this was all coming together in this beautiful spring of action to bring this resource forward to her. And it gave her a sense of confidence that she was part of that interconnected web, as well as being grateful for all these streams coming to her in that moment. Also wanted to share a reflection by a dear friend of mine, a fellow chaplain, Peter Yuichi Clark, who wrote about engaged hope. He defined engaged hope as seeing things as they are, as well as our capacity to transform them. I would add in each our individual way, each of our individual stream of action. And he used the word kibo from Japanese language. And kibo, as it's depicted in a pictogram using kanji, there are two different images associated with that word. The bottom image or pictogram is the picture illuminating a loom. It's a person working at a loom. And the upper pictogram is one who's looking up with wide eyes at the moon. So these two images together convey hope in this Japanese word kibo. And what that means to me is that we can be in the midst of our everyday work, the loom, and also know that we need to combine that with this looking up, looking forward, and remembering perhaps our why. Remembering these 1,000 springs of action that are there underneath all these shifting conditions. So we can remember kibo as we go about our work. There's a phrase that comes from Victor Hugo that I just wanted to end with. even the darkest night will end and the sun rise. We can look up and recall these phrases from our faith traditions or from inspiring authors or one another to recall that we can access these sources of hope and that even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise. Thank you for all you're doing, for all you are contributing to these 1,000 springs of action. Be well and take gentle care.